Hello, y'all, and howdy do. Okay, as y'all pop on, could you let me know about my connection? It's been really spotty out in my area. At the moment, we'll actually have something ordered, so we can hopefully remedy that problem, because living in the middle of nowhere is really hard on your internet service. For anyone new popping on here, I'm Cassie Spicer from Dirt Road Divas Unique Boutique in Maybank, Texas. There's a plane flying over, so my dogs are going to bark, because that's what they do. Might be something bigger than a plane. Who knows? Okay, anyways. So today we're going to be working on a cute little fall project. I'm kind of falled out. I'm so over the Texas heat right now that I am ready for fall. So we're going to do a little fall project today, a little farmhouse, mixed media, fall, cute little sign. So I'm going to go ahead, if my connection's okay, if everybody could tell me hi and let me know that my connection is good. Hello, Stacy. Hey, you guys. So we'll get started here pretty quick. Now, I'm going to try to do my best to do it upside down for me so it's not upside down for you, because I'm going to have to move my camera. But we'll see how that goes. I did just post a cute little really quick buffalo plaid how-to DIY. It's like maybe 6 minutes long. Like super quick, super easy if you want to pop over to my YouTube channel. That's also Dirt Road Divas Unique Boutique. So if y'all want to go check that out, please subscribe and give me a like, because I love that. But I'm not going to take up any more of your time. We're going to get started on this piece. I'm going to put the camera down so you don't have to see my gorgeous little face for a minute. Y'all just make sure and let me know you can see everything okay. Of course, it's telling me to rotate my device, and that is not going to happen because I need for y'all to be able to see what's going on. Now, first off, need up just a tad. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. First off, what I've done is I've taken DIY's Dark and Decrepit. It's a liquid patina in like an antique brown color. Like, it makes a great stain. And it doesn't have the odor of a stain, because if anyone's like me and has allergies, that can be a real issue. So I can use this in the house. I can get the look I need, just like if it were a stain. I use Dark and Decrepit for so many projects. It's fabulous. Next, I'm going to be using DIY's clear liquid patina. Now, so I totally dropped mine and broke it. So I have a little tub here. It's actually going to act as my decoupage medium. Now, I made a couple of templates. I'm going to be doing some cute little pumpkins. I've picked out a cute little paper for that one. I'm going to go ahead and start applying it to the wood. Y'all have any questions? Feel free to ask. I still haven't seen any comments, which is, oh yes I did. I saw Stacy's. Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna slap some paint. Now, sometimes I put it on the paper, sometimes I apply it straight to the wood. I'm not real concerned about being, you know, super tidy with it, because that is not the kind of crafter, painter person I am. We're just going to jump right in today, you guys. We're not going to sit here and shoot the bull for too long. Now, I will say we finally had a cool down here. It's only supposed to be like 95 today, I think. Now, I've already planned out my placement, so I'm going to put this one like closer to this edge. Now, I seriously just use like a card when I'm decoupaging. I've tried so many different ways, and this has always been the only way that's really worked out for me. I'm just going to start in the center, start smoothing everything out. And then I'm going to kind of go back over. I think I let my patina sit out too long. I should have thought about that before I put it in my little cup. If I hadn't broken the container, it wouldn't be an issue. So it's thickened up a little bit, which is going to be fabulous. Put this cute little pumpkin on. I know you can't tell it's going to be a pumpkin just yet, but it is. It's going to be the cutest little darn pumpkin you've ever seen. I'm going to go ahead and let that start drying. Now I also have a small pumpkin template. And I picked out another paper. Now I am kind of going to some neutral papers because we're going to be adding paint on top of this stuff, you guys. So I have already traced out my template on this piece of paper. And as long as I have something colored, I just use chalk. I know it's not going to come through my paper. I know it's not going to smear around when I get ready to just start doing stuff. So I'm just going to cut that out real quick. Let's get rid of that piece of wood, shall we? And it doesn't even have to be perfect because this is going to be a mixed media piece. And it's just going to get crazy anyway. Now the great thing about that is I keep my scraps because I can use those for something else. Because why not? I'm going to do the same thing I did with the larger pumpkin. I'm going to just throw some crystal clear chandelier or our clear liquid patina from DIY Paint on there. And I'm going to tell y'all a little something. I'm so glad we don't have smell-o-vision. I have been working and doing some chores on the farm today, and I had to take care of the goats, and they like to escape, and most of the time I can get away without having to touch them too terribly much. But I had to touch them today, and anyone that's had goats knows that they don't just smell the best. And their smell, it's either stuck in my nose or I didn't wash a part of my arm or something. But I can still smell goat. I'm pretty sure it's just stuck in my nose hairs. Because I have a baking soda wash that I use after I've been touching them. Hello, Judy. So I try, you know, not to touch the goats much. If I know I have things to do, especially if I know I'm going to be around people. Now, they do get some good lovings when I know that I've just been out working hard and I'm going to be able to get a good shower. Because they are just the cutest things. We have Nigerian dwarfs and pygmies and a lamacha. And they're super cute. They seriously do have they make great pets. They have the best personalities. We have, and it varies from breed to breed, goat to goat, just like it would a dog or a cat or even chickens. So I'm going back over with the crystal clear chandelier, which is our clear patina, clear liquid patina. Y'all, it works as a transfer medium. It works as a decoupage medium. It's a really great product. It can work as a top coat, like it's kind of your all around. I think everybody has their preference of top coats, but it will truly work as a top coat. Oh, thanks, Judy. Hello, Pat. Y'all, it just comes honestly. And I have been accused of maybe not being educated at times, but I actually am. I just sound a little country, and I'm okay with that. So everyone else seems not to mind it too bad, and you know, that makes for nice stuff. Okay, now before I go any further, I've already cut out my pumpkin tops or my little stems. And if y'all know me, I'm a huge leopard print girl. Like, leopard print goes with everything. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and add those in. Why did I do that? I'm going to go ahead and add these in before I get to painting. I know it feels like I'm rushing through this today, and I don't mean to. I have been going non-stop since this morning, and I have multiple lives today in different groups and things. And I think I'm just on fast forward, so I need to kind of slow down a minute and just enjoy the project. So I'm gonna calm down. We're gonna enjoy this project. Oh, I am from Texas, Pat. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Oh, remind you of home. Where are you from, Pat? Yeah, I'm born and raised in Texas. Now, I was born in West Texas, and I think that's mainly where I get my drawl from. But my mama Diz had a nice little southern drawl, and I can remember every time I'd see her, she'd tell me, "Howdy do, howdy do," and I love it because I still get that from people now, and that is one of my favorite things. Like, I love the howdy do. Now, over time, I have been able to, did y'all see what I was doing there with my fingers? I can put my fingers in any of the products that I'm using today because they're all natural. No VOC, especially the paint. So I'm not really concerned about these things. They don't have fumes that are going to bother you if you're in the house. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not worried about putting my hands in it because I don't feel like I'm going to be poisoned by it. Oh, Linda's from Fort Myers. Transplanted to Florida. You know, I do love some Florida. I'm not going to lie. Y'all got pretty beaches in Florida. Fruit trees and things. I have lost my marbles, really, but I have lost the lid to my little clear patina. So I'm pretty much done with the clear patina. I'm going to go ahead and let that sit for just a second. Let me move y'all up so I can just, like, read some stuff. You live in the DFW area. I live an hour outside of Dallas. Oh wow. See, I love Florida. I love Alabama. I like southern states. I don't go many places north. I'm kind of a southern girl, so there's that. North Carolina. Love it. Love it. I'm just going to scroll down real quick, you guys, and read a few comments. Thank you so much. Miss Tina, I'm using paper. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'll use both. I don't care. I'll use whatever I can get my hands on if I think it's going to look good. But I did use paper. I just picked my paper up. Like, we have a First Monday Trade Days here, which is a huge flea market. So we have tens of thousands of people come to our area any given month. It's the first weekend of the first Monday of the month. So we have people that sell nice, like, craft wrapping papers, which work awesome for decoupaging. From Tennessee. Okay, I love me some Tennessee. I got to visit there last year about this time and loved it. Round Rock. Yay, another Texas girl. Hey, Melanie. What was I saying? Oh, the paper. But I have been fortunate. I've been able to find some really cute papers at the Dollar Tree. Like, their little rolls. Like, I just found this one the other day. Of course, I've got my leopard print. I have several prints that I just really enjoy. But I think it's probably dry enough for us to go ahead and move ahead. But thank y'all. Y'all keep telling me where you're from. I love it. I love it. Now, my best friend is from Ohio. And we call her a Southern Yankee because she is a transplant to Texas. She doesn't really care for the weather because it's always hot here. But other than that, we really don't get a season, you know. So I'm going to put y'all back down so you can see where we're going, what we're doing. I just keep putting my arm right in front of the camera, don't I? Let's fix that. Okay, so I'm going to be working upside down so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. I think I haven't decided if I want to do a whole lot to the background yet. But the next thing I'm going to be using are my palette knives. Now I have several different sizes and shapes. Like, I have a whole set, but there's a couple that I use more than anything. So I'm going to pick some colors. Like some old 57 because that is a great turquoisey color for fall. You know what? I might do the background in some white swan. So let's go ahead and load that up, and I'll kind of start showing y'all how I do that. Sorry, y'all. I'm just preparing preparing my things. Hang in there with me for a minute. Mine was up my bottle. I usually have a bowl of toothpicks in here, but I had a class last night, and I took my toothpicks with me. So they are not at my disposal at the moment. I did find a nail, but it's kind of chunky. So I'm going to go in, and it is easier to use like a flat surface if you're using a putty knife. I will dip straight out of my DIY containers, but it's best just to go ahead and put it somewhere you're not contaminating it. If it's out on a pallet, and you can really kind of get down in there, because I'm really putting very little paint on there, if you can see. So I'm just going to come in, and just ever so slightly, I'm just going to kind of drag over it. So we're going to give our background a little bit of a makeover, kind of a distressed look. You can go different directions. You can use whatever colors that you want to. Now, in palette knife painting, a lot of times you're not actually supposed to be able to hear the palette knife scraping across things. But for the look that I'm going for, it's kind of necessary. And this wood is a little textured already, so I'm just using a little 12 by 12 piece of pine that I've cut down. And it was a 1 by 12. I think it was probably 6 or 8 foot, and I just cut it down into smaller pieces because this is really the size that I enjoy doing signs on. I feel like it's a great size. And next week we'll actually be working on a farmhouse sign, so y'all should really pop in for that one. I think it's be cute, especially if you love the black and white buffalo plaid, because I've been doing a lot of that lately. Like I said, I do have a tutorial on how to do a quick and easy buffalo plaid that's awesome on my YouTube channel, which is Dirt Road Divas Unique Boutique. So if y'all wouldn't mind after this, like, checking that out, I'd really appreciate, you know, if you have any suggestions. It was a quick tutorial that I did for another group, and so my editing isn't that great, my lighting, it's not the best. But you can definitely get an idea and go for it. I am adding quite a bit of the white paint on, just because we're going to come back through with some black at the end, because I like to really like faux distress my stuff with a little bit of black paint. So you could also come back in and sand down some of this white if you wanted to. I left all my sandpaper outside, or I would do that for you. Now, I am dressed for fall, and I'm wishing for fall because I have lives this evening where I'll be out in the shop working on that wardrobe from the last couple of weeks in another video. So I know it's going to be hot when I get out there. So I'm acting like it's fall. So I can get in the mindset that I'm going to have to go out in that heat. Okay, so really just, y'all see there's no rhyme or reason. It's total preference. Like, I'm just going everywhere. Now, I like to go ahead and do the sides also. And I really just kind of scrape it along. Nothing super fancy. Anyone can do this. It takes a minute to get comfortable with the palette knife. You can even use a putty knife from your hardware store. You don't have to have these fancy palette knives. You can totally go to the hardware store, get your regular like putty knives. I prefer a Flex if I'm using a putty knife. I don't know the actual brand, but they have like firm, flexible, and I usually go for the flexible. Some people like the more firm, which is great too. I already did that side. Just scraping right across there. I'm a little ready for fall too, because I put on, a little weight over the years, and it is way easier to dress my body in the fall and winter. Y'all know, anybody understand what I'm saying there? Is my connection okay, you guys? Is it holding out? Not too pixelated? Okay, so I got that done. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come in with another color, because I've also got some old 57 on this plate. And I'm going to come in. I'm going to add some old 57 to this pumpkin. Now, I'm not going to cover this pumpkin completely because I want to see the polka dots. I kind of have a plan. I'm hoping my connection is good. Oh, I've had the worst time because I am in a rural area and something has changed over the last few weeks. So, we're working on getting a booster for that. Oh, hello, Trisha. Hello, Maddie. It is paper, but you can use fabric. I use whatever I have on hand. If y'all just pop it on, you can always go back to the top and click on videos, because once we do a video on DIY, it stays up for as long as Facebook will let it, which is hopefully forever. So you can always go back and check out anything you missed. There's so many talented ladies on the DIY paint page. I would spend all day watching their videos. It's terrible. But I love it. I love it. I love it. So I might not go too crazy on the turquoise with this pumpkin, because I do love those little polka dots poking out and showing through. Just adding some. You could also kind of do this with a brush if you wanted. You could drag some things out and get you a cute little, just load a little bit on your brush. If you don't have a palette knife, or if that's intimidating to you, you can totally come in and just add spots of color. Now, another way you could do that would be with a chip brush. So let me show you that. I just happen to have one handy here. So if we wanted to, we could dip our little chip brush in here. And seriously, y'all, just on the tips. Can you see? And then just come in. Maybe add a little bit more. Come in, add some of that farmhouse, like weathered paint streakiness. It's fantastic. You still see my little polka dots popping through. Now I feel like we should do a little bit of a traditional, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of orange on my little pumpkin. I know the old 57 is beautiful. It is honestly, like, my friend just bought an old Ford truck, and it really does match her paint. She had to do a little bit of touch-up work on the inside of their little truck, and it matched perfectly. Just perfect. Now I'm going to go back to my little putty knife here. Now I do have other colors. We can add in some purple, some pink, some yellow, and we might do that in just a second. But first I'm going to come in with just a tad bit of orange, and we're going to start some orange over here because it is fall. And there's something about turquoise and orange in the fall. There are just some colors. Like, I'm not a huge purple fan most of the year, but come the fall, I'm a total, like, plum person. But only for the fall. I'm going to add a little bit of color in these pieces. Now this particular piece of paper has a floral pattern on it and some vines and things. Now if you don't have to have these metal putty knives. They actually sell at the Dollar Tree like a pack of 3 of the plastic ones, and y'all, they really work just as good. Sometimes I use them just because I like them, because they are a little more flex. Now I have a tendency to break them because I can be a little hard on things. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of white with it, because why not? Why not? Am I right? I don't think I was picking up enough white there to get the look that I wanted. It's gonna mix a little bit with the orange. Part of me wants to come in with a little bit of purple. I don't know. Y'all think purple? Like a plummy purple color. Y'all pardon me just a minute. I need to get a little sip of something. Now, I am going to go around. I am going to outline these in black. Anybody that's watched any of my stuff, I'm always going to add in a little bit of black. That's how I roll. And the black that I tend to gravitate towards is my little black dress. I do put them in condiment bottles just because it does make it a little easier for me as much as I paint. So you can outline with your putty knife like we've been doing, or you can grab a little paintbrush and you're really just going to kind of, I'm not even going to make it perfect. I'm just going to drag it around like whatever, right? Not going to be anything perfect because it's my mixed media piece. It's not even going to be full lines all the way around. I'm just kind of, now you can do it with a brush, or I'm going to grab my little putty knife here. I'm just going to kind of show you what it looks like with a putty knife around the edges. Can you see that? So it's going to give it a little grungy, messy look. Of course, you do not have to do this step. You can always choose to do something different. It's totally up to you. You can't mess it up. Anything that you do, you can fix with DIY paint. Now, oh, I should have grabbed some weathered wood, but my weathered wood is out in the shop right now, getting ready to paint a piece of furniture. So there's that. So I'm just outlining with my little palette knife or painter's knife, whatever you choose to call it. I'm sure there's a technical term. Half the time I call it my putty knife, and I know for sure that's not what it's called, so it's okay just to call things whatever you want. As long as you know what you're talking about, I think that's what really matters. Now I'm thinking we need to come in with a little bit of like gypsy green or some fancy farm girl and go over the stems of our pumpkin. Oh yeah, we're going to go with some fancy farm girl. And we're just going to come in some spots. Just in some spots. Just going to add a little bit. Let's see if I can find some dried up clay in here we can use. Nice thick. Because that's like the best. I feel like we need some lines on our pumpkins. That's going to be a little harder. Let me see how dry that is. I'm going to pop your lip for a minute. And then I'm going to dry some stuff while we talk. If that's okay. Hi, Brianna. Are you still on here? My friend Brianna goes live this evening on the DIY Paint page around 7 o'clock Central Time, I believe. I'm terrible with remembering times of what everybody goes on. Like, it's terrible. Now, I'm just going to do this real quick, and then we're going to add some lines to our pumpkins. But I'm going to be using my chalk again. So, in order for me to get my chalk to write on what we've already done, I'm going to need my paint to be a little dry. Now, I did a pumpkin paint class last night that turned out adorable. Y'all, everybody's pumpkins turned out great. While I have your ear for a minute, I plan on launching a membership group in September on the Dirt Road Divas Unique Boutique page. Not on that page. We'll have a separate group for that, but it'll be a paid membership group. I plan on doing a little bit of everything because that's how I am. So we'll be doing door hangers. We'll be doing furniture. We'll be doing canvas. We'll be doing other little like home decor crafts and things. And I kind of want to leave it up to my members to the direction that we'll be going. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I want to make sure that we're all getting something out of it. And I'm going to try to keep it really affordable. So please like and follow my page so you can see that when I finally get ready. Okay, I'm going to try to draw lines upside down. Y'all ready? Okay, hang on. So we're back down. These are orange handled scissors, but they are my paper scissors. That's why they have the tape on the handle. For anyone that sews out there, I don't want to get in trouble for using the orange handled scissors. So I'm going to take my piece of chalk, my piece of magic chalk. I'm just going to draw out some lines on my pumpkin. Now, you know, sometimes my lines aren't perfect. You know, doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's one of the hardest things to get past because, you know, you're taught as a child to color inside the lines, and as an adult, we don't have to do that anymore. We can do whatever we want. So, you know, there's that. What color lines should we do? I need a darker color, but I don't want... Oh, I do have some weathered wood. Yes. I'm going to mix a little bit of weathered wood and a little bit of orange. Let's see, like a little dollop of weathered wood with some orange. Let's see. Gives us a nice little brown. So that's what I'm going to be using for my lines. Again, I'm not going to get crazy, you know, perfect with my lines. Just going to kind of, you know, my pumpkin is supposed to be a little rustic. You could even come in with a palette knife. Come in and draw your lines in. I feel like I need it to be darker. I don't know why, but I do. You could also come in and make your lines like in one color and not even make them go all the way. Like, don't be afraid for it to be kind of not a full line. It's okay if you have gaps, because you can always come in with a different color, because this is basically an abstract piece. So whatever you think, you can come back in. We've added a little bit of orange now to our weathered wood. No big deal. Just getting the idea of the pumpkin. Do the same thing over here because I used orange on those lines. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the chalk that I use to draw on things, because DIY is a clay-based paint, like it'll pick up that chalk and just dry it out a little bit. So you just have to add a little bit of water, and you go back in, Like, I'm not being precise, you guys. Those chalk lines are just a guide. I'm not looking to be perfect. I am going to take a little bit of my old 57, since we added the orange to the other, and I'm going to kind of go over those lines just a tad. I have a tendency to put people to sleep when I start talking low like that, and I apologize if that's happening to you. But part of me wants to come in with a little bit of purple because we haven't added any like real color. Maybe a little bit of yellow. This yellow is one that I've mixed, and it's actually a mix of queen bee and cake batter. But I feel like I need some yellow in some spots, because why not? I'm not going crazy with it. Do y'all see how willy-nilly this is? Like, you're just playing and having a good time. Just playing and having a good time. Right? Oh, so great. Like, now I want to add in a little bit of green because I can. Y'all keep hanging on with me. Don't leave me yet. Now, you do not have to add any more colors. You can stop at any point, and that's okay because it's your piece. Don't let anybody tell you you need to do something different. If you love it, then that's what really matters. Okay, wipe that off. I do feel like I want to come in with a little more dark and decrepit. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not dark and decrepit. We're using weathered wood. I feel like I did lose a bit of my lines when I added the orange in. Okay, y'all, so I'm totally going to tell on my husband real quick. The other night, you know, my shoulders get pretty stiff. I carry all my stress in my shoulders, so he's rubbing my shoulders. We're outside. And I'm like, do they feel as you know, as tight as they normally would be? He said, no, they don't. He said, but you're basically built as a linebacker now. Keep in mind, we talked about I had put on a little bit of weight in the last few years, so I'm initially like, wow, a linebacker, like, dang, how do you really feel? And he's like, no, because of the muscles in your neck are always so tight, and they, like, it's almost like they've grown. And I'm like, yeah, now I'm basically built like a linebacker, you guys. Apparently. Okay, I'm going to show y'all one more thing on this piece. I'm going to take that little black dress. I'm going to fill my little putty knife. And I'm going to come in, I'm going to add some dark spots, especially around the edges, because that is going to weather it like more than you could ever know. This is like my favorite thing to add to my palette knife pieces. Can y'all see how much different that looks now? Because I'm basically trying to give it a faux, weathered, dingy, chippy. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's just however I like it, however the paint goes on. Because then we're kind of making it all make sense now, because, you know, we outlined with our black, or I outlined with my black. Y'all might not have done that, but it's something that I enjoy doing. I'm going to come in at the bottom here. I'm just going to scrape back and forth with my black on here. If y'all watched any of my other mixed media pieces, you know this is just something that I like to do, to add a little bit. And I might come in here with my background, because even though we left some dark and decrepit and the wood showing, I'm gonna dirty it up just a tad. We are almost done with this piece. Now, I tell you right now, I'm not opposed to throwing a burlap bow up here, or even adding some lettering up here. Like, if you want to write Happy Fall, y'all, then you totally should. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna add a little black to my pumpkins too, because this is very abstract. You can make it as farmhousey or as abstract as you want. Keep that in mind, because it is your pumpkin. You know, you don't want to get too busy. I might have made my piece a little busier than it should be. But I think you get the gist. Pop y'all back up. And I'll kind of show you. Y'all see that I'm wearing my, like, I'm so into fall right now. I'm wearing a fall t-shirt. My fall headband. I'm not playing. I just want it to be fall. So, there's that. Some people are not going to like me very much because I'm all falled out today. But, there's our little mixed media pumpkins. You can see the leopard print and the green. You can still see the polka dots coming through the paper. Still see a little bit of the floral coming through. Like I said, you can do as much crazy or not as much crazy. It's totally up to you. You are the artist. And if you're doing any kind of craft project or painting project, like, totally, like, it's yours. Own it. Anything you do that you don't like can be fixed, especially with DIY paints. They're so easy to use. And they have so many multi-uses. Like, we've used dark and decrepit to stain wood today. We've used our crystal clear chandelier clear liquid patina to decoupage as a decoupage medium. And we've used DIY paint. You guys, like, it's an all around. It's an all around. Now, next, not this coming Wednesday, but the next Wednesday, because I'm only on every other Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a buffalo plaid tutorial. I already have one done on YouTube on Dirt Road Divas Unique Boutique. But we're going to be doing a cute little farmhouse sign, and it'll have some buffalo plaid background. And I'm really excited about that one because I think most of my stuff has come in for that, and it's going to be super cute. But I digress. So y'all tune in for my show in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I'm a little scattered. I do have other lives to do today. Y'all pray that I have like a freak cool down this afternoon, please. Because this little fat girl doesn't like the heat. I mean, I do pretty good in it, don't get me wrong. But I would like it to cool down just a tad before I have to be out there. Thank y'all so much for joining me this afternoon for this little craft. If you didn't catch all of the video, feel free to pop up to the top of the page, hit videos, and you can go and check on anything. Now, I have started tagging my videos with the Sweet Southern Accents at the top. So you can always type into the search Sweet Southern Accents, and that's going to come up for you. Check out my Facebook page, please. Give me some likes and some follows so you can keep in touch with everything I'm doing. I'll be working on that wardrobe that I've been working on for 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be working on that again this evening. So, thanks, y'all. I really appreciate you. Stay cool. Let's pray for a cool down. I love you guys. Have a blessed day. Bye.